And if you haven't already, just closing your eyes, settling in, and sending healing, sending Reiki out to everyone in this group. And if you're adding your friends, your family, please do so. And if you have a special resonance to send healing to the world or to anybody who's suffering, and we're just going to bring our attention and center it into our hearts. Just breathing into the heart's center. And as you inhale, you're just going to start focusing a very bright, it could be white or it could be a different color, maybe green or pink, whatever feels resonant for you. And on the exhale, you're just allowing that energy to expand out into all your cells. And at the moment, we're just focusing on the physical body. So inhaling, condensing this light into a very bright area right in the middle of your chest. And as you exhale, you're just allowing that energy to flow out into all the cells of your body, right up until you meet your skin. So just into the physical body. And just doing that a couple of times, just to energize your system. And on the next in-breath, you're going to focus the heart center. And on the out-breath, you're going to take it just a little bit further. So out into your aura, 1 or 2 feet out into the space around you. And just seeing how that feels. And now I'm going to ask you to bring your awareness down to the solar plexus. It's just where your stomach is, so it's where the ribs kind of make a pyramid shape, and it's bang in the middle of that. And we're going to start off by sensing into whether there's any tension or tightness in that area, especially in times of uncertainty or when we're really not quite sure, when there's so much unknown. Like I've really noticed that people are holding their solar plexus very tightly. So we're just going to focus on this area, and on the inhale, you're going to bring your attention deep into the solar plexus, into the stomach, and you're going to envisage a yellow light. Just going to focus on the color of the chakra for now. So brilliant, brilliant yellow light. And on every exhale, you're just going to let that relax. It doesn't have to go that far if it's not really happening, but if it's expanding into your entire body and aura, that's great. But if it's just relaxing, that's good enough. So every inhale, we concentrate the yellow. And on every exhale, we just allow that yellow to diffuse as far as it wants to go. And you're just noticing the quality, just noticing if there's any tension. And now we're just going to see if we can connect to everybody else in this group. There's something very amplifying and very healing about group work. So we're going to bring our focus up to the heart center again. And as you inhale, you're just focusing. Could be a green or pink light, or perhaps it's just a white light. And as you exhale, you're expanding it out and you're meeting everyone else in this group. Just imagining that we have a container full of us all and our intentions and our Reiki and our healing. We're just meeting everybody here. Taking a couple of deep breaths together. Focusing on the heart center and expanding it out to each and every one of us. We're just going to try a little experiment to see how this feels. As you inhale into the heart center, see if you can bring on the exhale the heart center energy down and out of the solar plexus. So it's kind of like a little bit of a wave effect. You inhale in, expanding the heart chakra. As you inhale, and then as you exhale, you allow it to express out through the solar plexus. Almost like a U shape. Or maybe it comes and looks a bit different for you. So it's almost like you're bringing the energy into the heart and you're expressing it out through the solar plexus, out through the stomach, just at the base of the diaphragm. As you do this, you're just noticing, does that change anything in the solar plexus or in the body or in the mind or in your energy? Just a bit of an experiment for you. Like when you focus your attention from the heart down into the solar plexus, but in a sense you're connecting that heart energy in to the willpower, Does it shift the quality? Like for myself, I notice I feel more relaxed. I feel more grounded. Now coming back up into the heart center. Just going to work on expanding it a little bit more. You might notice it's coming up into the shoulders as you breathe. Just allowing the energy to diffuse out as far as it wants to. You might notice it's meeting other people here in this group into the container. Just keep allowing that energy. It's like kind of fine mist just to expand out in all directions. And just noticing for yourself, is it easy? Is it difficult? Does it bring tension? Does it feel natural? And there's no judgment. You're just seeing how your heart center is feeling today. You might also notice that as you focus on the heart area, that much of your anxiety or emotional up and down seems to settle. But if it doesn't, it's really not a problem. As you notice, the heart center is just very gently diffusing out into your environment, perhaps meeting other people in this group, perhaps filling the container that we've created, perhaps going even further out. Whatever feels natural and right. We're now going to add in the solar plexus as well, in the same manner. Just going to allow it to diffuse out. And you might notice it takes on a different intensity or a different shape. It may go out further, it may go out less. But you're just allowing it to find its natural space. Whatever feels comfortable today. And we're just going to continue to balance out the other chakras too. We're going to come up to the throat. We're just going to notice the blue light of the throat chakra. As you breathe in, it's very intense. And as you breathe out, it's just diffusing to meet the other two. And however far it goes, it's absolutely fine. Just noticing where it naturally wants to stop. And it may come out looking like a ring, or it may be shafts of light. It doesn't really matter, however your imagination sees it. Or it may be more diffusive, just spreading out to meet all the other two colors. And we're going to keep moving up into the third eye, just in between your eyebrows. And once again, as you breathe in, you're just allowing that indigo purple to really intensify. And as you exhale, you're just allowing it to diffuse out of your head into the environment, into the container we've created. And so now you just, in your mind's eye, you're just checking in. You've got the solar plexus yellow, you've got the heart, you've got the throat and the third eye, all diffusing out this beautiful color all around you. And then you might notice that the crown is tingling as it also wants to have some attention. You focus right at the top of your head. And this light may appear a violet or indigo or perhaps white. Inhaling deeply into this area right at the top of your head. And as you exhale, it kind of cascades out, outwards, upwards, but maybe all around you as well. And not forgetting the lower two chakras, we come down, bring your attention deep into the belly, the sacral chakra, about 2 finger widths below your belly button. As we breathe in, we intensify the orange color of the sacral chakra. And as we breathe out, we just allow that light to diffuse all the way out through the aura, out into our environment. And then finally the root chakra, deep in the tailbone, right at the base of our spine. It's a orange, a deep red color. Again, as we inhale, we just allow that deep red to intensify. And as we exhale, it cascades down our legs, hitting our feet. And if you have your feet on the floor, just allow it to continue to go all the way down into the ground. If you're cross-legged or in another position, you're just aware that the red is permeating all the way around the ground. You can just do a little check for yourself, just do a little check-in, having a look at all the chakras and just noticing with no judgment how some of them seem to be a bit easier, a bit more diffuse, a bit more open, and others might appear and feel a little bit tighter, a little bit less easy to imagine. And that's perfectly fine and normal. It's just for you to have a check-in with yourself and your state of balance. And those areas that seem a little bit tighter, you could just breathe in a couple of breaths, bringing that color and light, focusing your intention with every exhale to just relax and open that particular one. So using our Reiki hands, we're just going to close very briefly with our hands on each chakra point. We're just going to tactilely bring the energy in, and we're going to start at the top of the head. So just bringing both your hands up to the top of your crown and placing them gently right at the top of your head. Just for a couple of breaths. So we've been very open and diffuse, and we just want to make sure that we're bringing it really into the body, into the aura, bringing in our boundaries, our personal space. We're just inviting the Reiki to help balance the crown and bring it into its most optimal level of openness for us right now. And moving the hand, one in front of our forehead and one at the back of our head. So it's like sandwiching our third eye. We're going to do exactly the same thing with the third eye chakra. Inviting Reiki to help us bring balance and harmony and the optimal openness for our third eye chakra. Moving the hands down to the throat, the front and the back. And just inviting the Reiki through your hands to bring balance and to allow the throat and the chakra to come into its perfect balance. Into the heart, You can either bring both hands across your heart center at the front, or if you're super flexible, you can put one hand at the front and you can sandwich your hand into the back so that it's kind of sandwiching both the front and the back of the heart chakra. But both hands at front is also perfectly fine. And again, just inviting the Reiki to help you find balance with your heart center. Moving the hands down to the solar plexus. You can either do both hands on the front of the solar plexus or one in front and one behind. Just asking the solar plexus to balance, to come into its right size. Down into the sacral, about 2 finger widths down from your belly button. You can sandwich front and back, or you can place both hands around the belly button just below. And just inviting that energy there to come into its rightful place, to align and balance your chakra system. And finally down to the root or base chakra, both hands over the pubic bone or one over the pubic and one behind on the tailbone. And just asking the root chakra to be balanced, but also asking for grounding, for stability, and for connection to the earth, you might notice as you do this that it also helps you to feel more in your body now. Just checking in, make sure that you can feel the boundaries of your skin. And as you breathe, you can feel your body. You feel that you've come back into your own space. Just exaggerating the breaths a couple of times, just to make sure you feel really back home in your own center, in your own body, in your own space, in your own aura. And whenever you're ready, just gently opening your eyes, giving yourself a little shake, Raising your hands above your head, giving them a little wiggle so that the wiggle goes all the way down through your hands, down your spine.